Mhm.
Last time we were here, the group started out by taking a rest, actually. While they were resting, they talked about what they should do as they saw that there was probably some evil magic happening inside the cave that Vladimir and Izanami went into. Uh, they decided to go in, see what was happening after healing up a bit with their short rest and inspecting the swirling oozy portal, retrieving a nice little fire rock from it that seemed to react pretty strongly with the feather of Azala. Um, but anyway, after all that, and they went into the second cave, they saw that there was this large, swirling, black and white magical energy surrounding them that sort of looked like an eye. And after everyone went around inspecting the different little areas they wanted to, it moved like an eye and looked at Zarin and said the hunter was here. While Vladimir continued sewing together Izanami's new, more powerful body, the strongest body that he believed that Mixtavius's form could let him make, the group just started asking questions of the eyeball, which seemed to be controlled by or created with the magic of Magali and allowing her to speak through it. And I mean, Serafina found out a lot of things. She found out a bunch of things, so I'm going to let her talk about that actually later and not say it all in here. But anyway, once they got into the fight, despite the fact that Vladimir started fighting them, it seemed like Izanami really had no interest in it. And she sort of just went invisible and started getting the fuck out of there. The group was able to take Vladimir down, but was not able to locate and stop Izanami, unfortunately. They know that both Serafina and Korik were desired targets, as well as Zarin. They aren't exactly sure why, though. What did they want?
I'm going to need to see the accurate family tree that you were supposed to have created for us for this.
Yeah, what's the ancestry on these bitches?
Mhm.
What do you mean?
The ancestry, the family tree.
So, Magali's at the top. She has a little sister named Izanami.
If it's
You
her
do not-
sister, then who's their parents?
Tough to say. They may not view sister as the same way that you do.
Well, that's awfully convenient.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't realize this was taking place in Alabama.
Yeehaw!
Roll Tide.
No, as we all know, as you very well know, Rick, this adventure with Magali started on Long Island.
the land that Rivers forgot.
The land that Rivers didn't work correctly on. Rivers are hard, you guys. When you start making maps, you'll see rivers are tough.
He had an island with a river that went from the top north side of the island straight through to the south side of the island.
That's not how rivers
connected to the same ocean that surrounds it. It broke my brain because rivers don't work like that.
Oh, well. Yeah. Anyway, then they have a question mark as whatever is the daughter of Magali. And then there's another line down from that daughter, and that's where Kits is. And I think that's all the family members you know.
We know that.
I guess like
a stepdad
now.
and yeah, we know that.
Oh yeah. Vladimir is
Vladimir is
right.
stepdad.
Right. Sorry, I
And
forgot about Jafamir. So yeah, Magali
Alphamir
has
wasn't wasn't Tujo didn't he refer to him as a uncle or a nephew or a
No,
relation?
Tujo is just
Assistant?
Vadimir's assistant. But yeah, Jafamir does, or Vladimir does consider Jafamir his stepson.
That's fair. I mean, I
Though
could
it
throw
is his
around some other
Ollie
names and we
actual
could
son.
see if they stick, but
Yeah.
all right. Well,
For clarity, Jofamir's only here because Ricky's old character saved his life.
what the fuck do you want me to do? Let the lady drown the baby?
Let the baby die? No, I know.
Come on.
That was the only option, was letting a baby die.
It was let the baby drown or
Save a half-demon baby.
stop the baby from drowning.
Yeah.
That's the most sane response.
Yeah, it is. It looked like a normal baby at the time.
Listen, I was in a magic dream. I didn't think it was real.
It was inside of a tree, in his defense.
Yeah, felt more like a vision than like time travel. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think we ended like right after battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think whatever this Izanami has left.
I suppose so.
Zarin and Seraphine are running into each other and almost fall off.
No, I'm good. I'm flying, so.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, do we want to take a look and see what else we can learn from here? I think this is the end of our excursion, yes?
Probably would be smart.
I want to loot his body.
Sure thing.
Seraphina,
Yeah,
I
that-
would be very careful. We don't know what it is that caused him to become like he is now.
I already said I was looting his body.
Yeah, so go
I
ahead.
know, and
roll
as you
an
walked over, I
investigation.
said, be careful.
I will cautiously loot his body.
Sure. How do you do that cautiously? Like, you got a technique or something?
Oh, it's just the same as regularly looting the body, but I make it look like I'm being cautious because Zarin got into my head.
I see. Yeah, roll
I like-
an investigation.
I gotta bump up this investigation. Yeah, that's a nat one.
Yeah, so
Fuck you, Zarin!
you try to like look over his body and search him, but you just sort of keep getting distracted by what is clearly this powerfully dark and evil magic coming from the scalpel in his hand.
Taking it.
Roll a wisdom save.
Shit.
You
I
could,
said not taking it.
you could.
Oh, not
Yeah.
taking it. I thought you said taking it.
Oh
No, I said
think
I
she-
am not
Oh.
taking it.
Oh,
Yeah,
assumed,
no, I thought you said not. Yeah,
I
didn't
assumed
hear
she
that,
got the
rather.
wisdom save because even if she wasn't taking it,
No.
No, I'm not taking it. N-O-T.
Y-
Not.
Yeah, how
Same.
close you get to it?
I mean, I'm examining his body, so how close do I
Okay.
get to it?
I mean, that's up to you. I don't know how you examine bodies.
Well, I'm like going.
I know
through
how
it. I'm
I
trying to go-
examine bodies.
I'm trying to like go through his pockets and look for stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so you would get pretty close to it. You would definitely, actually, probably should roll a wisdom save.
Guys, I have a +0.
It would.
to
It's
wisdom.
lower
fine.
than if you touch it.
You also have a mage hand.
No, but it's me. It's me that's doing the searching, not.
You can roll your physical dice if it makes you feel better.
No.
Okay.
Fuck it.
I'm so scared.
Hey!
Plus nothing. Plus nothing.
Yeah, no, you pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
You sort of hear you feel this sort of like empty hollowness like as your hand is sort of near it, and you can almost sort of like hear in your head this like voice telling you to cut.
Um,
I stab.
I'm gonna go ahead and ritually cast detect magic while she's doing this.
Sure thing. As you cast detect magic, you do see a couple things pinging on him. You do. There's a. I think it's just an enchantment, right? For
What did you find, Serafina?
A whole lot of
Abjuration,
nothing. 'Cause you
sorry.
got in my head.
How did I get in
Of
your
course.
head? I just said be careful.
Yeah, that got in my head.
Ah. Well, that was not my intention.
Well, you did it.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand and like move the scalpel like off into the corner.
Sure.
Like as I'm like, I mean, as far away from it as I can be.
Yeah.
Isn't your mage hand
so-
invisible?
Yeah. I mean,
Why
it
is
doesn't
it
have to
moving?
be. It doesn't have to
Why
be.
is it guys, why is it moving? I didn't touch it. Why is it moving?
Stab.
Serafina, you
Serafina.
see,
It is-
you
Serafina.
see this
It is-
hand starting to form into existence. This pitch black magic mage hand, sort of holding the scalpel, coming into existence. As it, instead of going where Zarin wanted to, starts moving towards Zarin.
Oh, cancel the spell. Cancel the spell. Abort. Abort.
Yeah.
I throw a dagger at the hand.
The
Yeah,
magic
you
has
see-
betrayed me.
You threw a dagger at it. Zarin starts to panic, and you see the mage hand just drop the scalpel in this square next to Vladimir.
That is different.
That did not seem good.
No, not as much.
How high up was? Never mind.
It didn't get very high.
Okay. I was more worried about the fact that I threw a dagger.
Oh, a dagger, right, at possibly Zarin.
Yeah.
No, it would have clanged into the ground.
Okay.
Well, that is worrying.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Has that ever happened to you before, Zarin? Because
Let's say no. No, that has not
Let's
happened
say?
before. Yes. That is. Don't get into semantics. Yes, it has not happened before.
riddle talk, riddle talk.
Listen, I have spent a long time working on my vocabulary and diction, and goddammit, I'm going to use it. So yeah, I'm gonna like get away from the scalpel and see what else gently like sort of guide Serafina and like, oh yeah, look in this pocket, look in that pocket, whatever. See what else, from the stuff that's being on detect magic.
Serafina, as you're sort of like looking through with Zarin's guidance, and you do find one of the pockets he points at that he tells you he sends an abjuration spell. You find 2 journals.
Why
and
am I being your bitch? Can you not grab it yourself?
I am trying to assist you. I mean, I can do this, but I thought you know.
I'm just feeling very. What's the word, Ophelia? Feeling very
Used.
Yeah, I was looking for demeaned. I'm feeling very
Ooh, that's
demeaned
even
at this moment.
worse.
That's
That's
a
more
good word.
personal.
I pull out the books.
That's one of
Good
those
job.
fancy words that Zarin was talking about too. You know what demean means, right?
What do
Pull out the
you?
journals.
And then as
Maybe if you had looked in his pockets
yeah.
before I came over to help, I wouldn't have to be demeaning.
Kirk's just in the
Maybe
corner
if you just kept
snickering.
your mouth shut, I would have been able to find it on my own. But no, you had to yap.
Feel like this is unproductive. Go ahead.
Zarin, you do still see another source of magic though on his body.
Great.
I
Anything
don't
else,
know
Zarin?
what category it would be.
I don't know. I assume you have found everything that is worth finding.
You are on thin ice, Theron. Thin
You
ice.
were. I was trying to help, and you came at me all like aggressive. I feel like this is not on me.
Ophelia, while they're bickering, is gonna get as close as she can safely and like investigate in the way that Ophelia would. Like, is there anything like weird about the body? Like a little Frankenstein, a little anything she can detect off of it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I suddenly thought of something and my brain skipped out into the thing I was thinking of and I missed what you said.
My God.
I was still hoping that you were talking to each other.
That's fair. That's fair. That's valid.
What did
love the
Ophelia want to do?
honesty.
Yeah.
She wants, while Zarin and Seraphina are bickering with each other,
Yeah.
she wants to get as close as she can, as safe as possible, and like look for things that like Ophelia would find interesting. Like, you know, is there any stitches? How did this whole weird possession thing happen? Anything she
Yeah.
can like feel off of vibes? You know, Ophelia
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Roll either a medicine or like a honestly, yeah, medicine will work.
All
Or
right,
nature. Yeah.
which one's better? Medicine.
Probably. I was gonna say
Yeah,
probably.
so as you're looking over 'em, you do actually like, even though they're incredibly well stitched up, you notice that there are these little like scars all over his body where and especially on his face, where he seems to have like basically redesigned his face to look like this.
Doing some back alley
Plastic
plastic surgery.
Mm.
That's weird as fuck.
Zarin, while Ophelia like sees that and react to it, you would know that he clearly must have used soul thread to stitch his face back together. Yeah.
So like, was he just was his skin falling off the meat sack or something? Like, is that the vibe?
It just seemed like roll an insight, I guess. You think that this was him trying to look like he thinks he's supposed to look once Vladimir took him over.
Purely
Not try-
cosmetic, not.
Yeah, not trying. Yeah, he wanted to look like Vladimir, not Mixtavius, and he just started cutting his body up and sewing it back.
We're thinking about taking this guy back, right? Like, so his like family can have him or something.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, they need.
Will
some
they even
kind of
recognize him?
research.
I mean,
Um.
closed casket funerals are a thing for a reason.
Okay, that might be smart.
But actually, now that I think about it, was he not fairly wealthy? The family or the organization they worked for. I mean,
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
he is perhaps not lost to them. It is possible that he can be brought back, and having remains makes that easier. So, in some way, that can be useful.
Does
I am-
does Is he death stinking yet? The corpse.
Yeah, now that he it seems like now that he has actually died, like the cuts and stuff are they aren't held quite as fresh and things like that. And it's almost like he's decomposing like a little bit faster than he should.
Is it
Yeah, that's gonna be a no from me, Zarin.
Is it like he was dead already? Like he technically died like weeks and weeks ago?
Roll a medicine if you want to check that.
14.
You definitely think that's possible.
Okay.
You don't know for sure, but it seems possible.
What do you mean, Ophelia?
I just had an ADHD attack. What did I just say?
You said
You
that's
said
a
it's gonna be
no.
a no.
Oh, he's like my kind of brand of stinky. He needs to rot, and we'll take him back to his family to rot. But
I mean,
But his family, there are means of magic that can bring you back from even this point.
it's just that disgusted cat face where it's like, okay, not how we should do
mean,
it, but I guess.
regardless, it is
It's
their
not our choice.
it is their
Yeah.
decision. It is, and it is lucrative for us to return the body one way or the other. So,
Okay. Well,
I would like to ask for some assistance from Serafina.
What do you need?
So can we fucking pull him away from the fucking scalpel? I don't like it. I want to not be right there. It's like fucking pull him into this corner and just get away because I don't like him there.
Yeah, you can pull him, no problem.
Yeah, so I mean this is what I wanted help with, but just move him over in the corner. So I want to remove this thread that he has used on himself.
Okay.
But I think your hands might be more deft than mine.
Okay. I'm not opposed. I'm more of just worry if he's gonna completely fall apart like that amalgamation did when you pulled the thread, and then how are we taking him back to his family?
I don't think his limbs are sewn on, right?
Not whole limbs. No, it's
Yeah.
more like
He doesn't have parts sewn onto him. It's just reconfiguring what's there, right?
It's
correct.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah. Do we think that he's gonna fall apart if we take the thread out?
I mean, you think that he wouldn't fall apart, but that his skin would slough off.
it'd be
Slough
saggy.
off.
Which is a real
Yeah.
thing.
I think it would be fine still.
I mean, sure, I can certainly help with that.
Okay. So yeah, I'll assist her in extracting the thread that he has used.
Sure. Roll a sleight of hand with advantage.
Alt for advantage?
Yep, it should show up green when you press Alt. Yeah.
Oh. The fuck?
You are not
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit tougher than you think it's going to be to remove, especially with how the skin is starting to get. You'd think that the skin getting softer would make it easier, but it almost seems to sort of absorb the thread a little bit as it dies off. So you're almost working against time. You're having to be quicker than you'd want to be. And as you're sort of working through it all with Zaren's help, you are able to recover 1 foot of soul thread.
Okay. That is fine.
Sorry I couldn't get more.
It's okay. I mean, but you did better than I could have. That is for sure. And yeah, and after she gets done, I'm gonna see what the third thing that I saw with detect magic is.
Sure. Yes, you reach into his pocket and you pull out what appears to be a little spool with some glowing thread on it as you find another foot of soul thread.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's another foot.
And
That's why you said you didn't
it
know what
looks
magic
like
it would
there's
be.
like a note, sort of like a little piece of paper or something underneath the last like wind of thread.
Okay. Yeah. I'll see what the note says.
Sure. As you unwind it and look at it, it unfolds a little, and at the top of it, it says the ritual of Gwen. And it seems to be describing some materials you'll need and a series of steps you'll have to go through to request more soul thread from some sort of mysterious entity named Gwen.
Does it come with an accompanying pair of scissors?
Giant ones.
Giant ones.
Yeah.
We have fun, Rufio.
We do. We do.
I love having fun with you. Thank you.
You like when you get my references?
Yeah. It's okay. Wait for Arcane Season 3. Maybe.
Oh man, that would be so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Except it wouldn't make any sense. That character
No.
was a doll that came to life.
Yeah, but they're not like doing
They're
necessarily
not
doing
following
Piltover and
League
Zon.
lore.
Well, they're
Yeah.
like I
That's
think
true.
most likely I think it's gonna be like honestly Demacia. I feel like.
I mean, it's weird that it hasn't been there yet when Lux is one of their
Yeah.
most popular characters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Lux is
Is
their
it because
next...
they're trying to figure out how to make Lux and Garen likable when they're not?
I mean,
they did with
probably.
Caitlyn, and Caitlyn kind of sucks as
Yeah.
like a character in the game too. Anyway.
Anyways, Ritual of Gwen, and how to request more thread from Gwen.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
From Gwen, yes.
Okay. Well, I will look into that later when we're not in the middle of a cave.
Sure.
What did you said there was 2 journals, Serafina?
Uh-huh. She holds them up. One in each hand.
What is there anything that you can glean from them?
I haven't looked yet.
One appears to be a personal journal, and one is securely held firmly, tightly shut with some sort of arcane magic.
Seems like probably going to be something for you, Zarin. At the very least, something for you to get open. This other one might have some juicy bits in it, so I'm excited to read it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the arcane one and kind of see what it looks like, what it's feeling.
Yeah, you have detect magic on, so like, yeah, you would see that it has an arcane lock on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold please. While I read arcane lock.
And Serafina, as you start leafing through the personal journal, seeing what it's about, you actually roll it should be investigation, but I feel like you're just always rolling investigations. If you can argue another one of your choice, yeah.
I mean, the only other one that I could think of would be perception. Just to, like, perceive everything that, like, at least get, like, a general idea of what is written in here. But, yeah.
Let's say you can roll a perception, and I can give you, like, some more general things, and then if you can roll an investigation after about something, yeah.
Okay, cool. Motherfucking cockdick.
That was disadvantage.
Oh, that was disadvantage, but it was only. Wait, was it?
No, that was
it says
that
keep
was an
highest
advantage.
KH.
Oh,
yeah.
advantage. Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
I have advantage because of the cloak.
Yeah, so as you're sort of like thumbing through it, seeing if you can like spot anything major, the most obvious thing is how just his handwriting starts getting more and more erratic in the later sections, and then actually oddly in the last like one or two entries seems to like calm back down and be like very well written.
So do I glean that this is Mixtavius's journal and not necessarily Vadimir's journal?
Yeah, it looks like it was originally at least Mixtavius's journal. Yeah.
Mixtavius, and then it got kind of crazy when Vadimir was coming in, and then got very nice towards the
When
end. with
Vladimir took over. Yeah.
Okay. Like, investigate like can I delve deeper into the areas that where it starts to go from Mixtavius to Vladimir kind of being there, and then Vladimir kind of being there to fully Vladimir, like the transition points, so to
Sure.
speak.
Yeah. So you sort of like roll a investigation, that is, yeah. So you have a little bit of trouble, just because of how sort of like frantic a lot of it's written. It almost, you're finding pages where like you think you're about to see something, but he's actually like scratched a lot of it out. It seems like even when you like search earlier in his work, when you're pretty sure it's just Mixtavius, that he's redacting things from his own journal himself there too. But yeah, it's you clearly see the signs of like a man gripped by madness of this scalpel being taken over by it. But you think you would need like maybe a break from the adrenaline rush and the fight of everything, a night to sleep on it to really take it in.
Yeah, so Ophelia, I think, is gonna sense Seraphina's not doing too hot. She's gonna fly over and be like, "Hey, I know how to read. Let me help you out." In case you didn't know, Ophelia knows how to read. She says that out loud too. I will roll. Is it yeah, investigation. Let's see. It's
12. So like Seraphina's showing you the parts that she thought would be important and like moving around, and you don't find like a whole lot of too much useful either, but you definitely see a few pages where he's sort of like scribbling and scrawling, like where near the end where it's sort of becoming more Vladimir, where it seems to be sort of this mix of him like saying like I am not good enough, and he is like, it seems almost like he's arguing with himself as two people, and is coming to the conclusion that like Vladimir is more powerful and more capable than him, and he should give himself up to it.
is there any like lead up? Like, is there like, did he research Vladimir and then kind of? I'm trying to like think of it as like Anoxinamoon's reincarnation from Mummy, like how that kind of progressed, that kind of situation. Like, is there any like research Vladimir? Love this guy, love him so much. I'm gonna carve up my face to look like him. That's what I'm looking for.
Let's see if you see anything like that. Maybe if you get Zarin to help you read too.
Zarin, I know how to read, but not that well. Can you help me?
I'm busy.
I can try.
Maybe Kurt can help you. Yeah.
Kurt, can you read?
Okay. I can read.
Yay!
Did you think I can't read? Wait a minute.
I just always like to ask. It's not safe to assume, because sometimes you assume that people can read, and then you hand them their death certificate, and they get all offended. But maybe that's not because they can't read. I don't know. Who knows?
In 3rd edition, barbarians couldn't read.
True story.
Really?
Today
Yeah.
I learned.
We had a
they're
gnome
illiterate.
barbarian in our campaign named Scribbles. Actually, no, that wasn't his real name. That's what my character called him. But I was teaching him how to read and write, and he was teaching me how to whittle and do arts and crafts.
That's cute, actually.
Yeah, that's really cute. All right, investigation.
Yes, investigation.
My investigation's not great, but we'll give it a shot.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
It's a -1. My investigation's just not good.
No, you're sort of just so, like, distracted by how insane this person has become that it's hard for you to really focus on even like finding important things.
And I'm kind of in a lot of pain too.
Yeah.
Like I got beaten up pretty good, so might be a concussion in there too. We don't know.
Thanks for trying, buddy.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, you tried.
My head
Unlike
hurts.
some people, and she looks across the way to Zarin.
You look, and Zaren's has the other book and is like tracing the like runes and like sigils that are making up the arcane lock with his finger, just sort of absentmindedly.
Zarin, you can't take a break from tracing on a notebook to come help me read something?
Tracing on a notebook.
I was not under the impression that you needed assistance in reading, Ophelia.
Neither was I, but here we are. I don't know how to read long script, Zarin. Turn the
You are
journal
limited
around.
to like about 150 characters at the time that you can read. Is that what I am
No,
understanding?
long script. I don't know how to read cursive handwriting, Zarin. I can read.
I can
Just
read.
not right now.
It's not that fancy cursive.
Yes.
Them is devil's
it.
letters.
They are. Yes. She says as she like points down to the corner.
I will get to that in a moment. I am going to cast Dispel Magic on the book.
That will do it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's 3rd level. Uh-huh.
And break the arcane lock. So, yeah, basically, as Zaren's like tracing the sigils of the lock, he like pricks his finger on like one of the edges of like one of the like the filigree, and you see this like blood red like all of the sigils of the lock start like filling in with this blood red before it shatters into this like broken fragments of magical runes. What's the title? It doesn't have a title.
Of the book?
Yeah.
No, it does specifically not have a title. It's a very plain matte black journal.
Does it say whoever's name is written in this book shall die?
It does not, unfortunately. That would be a real easy way to solve problems.
Yeah, right. So I'll take a look and see what's in this one.
Sure thing. Roll an investigation.
Christ.
Wow. Zarin sucks too. Yeah. As you look through, you see that this appears to be a journal from whoever he works for. It's very clearly full of like sort of like official information. But it's going to take a bit of sorting through. And it seems to be written not necessarily in code, but there's like lots of shorthand and stuff like that you'd have to think about.
Yeah, that's fine. But you said this had a magical aura. Or was it just the arcane lock?
It was just the lock.
Swinging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll go help Ophelia and everybody else reading a fucking other book.
So what'd you learn from that book, Zarin?
It is not something that is going to give us advantage here, and so I've decided that it is best to focus on this and see if there's anything we can glean about this Valdemir and the situation at hand from the book that you have.
But that one had a super weird lock on it.
Yes, I think it is a lock that was in place by their employer, as sort of like a trade secret, to keep trade secrets. So like it is important, but it is not relevant to the mystery at hand. Does that make sense? So you don't like
understand all their fancy words? You only understand your fancy words?
Why do you say this? I told you what it is. This is like their trade secrets and stuff like that. It is not anything relevant to what we're doing.
Here you goes, Aaron.
Do I believe him?
I mean, I don't know why
That's up to
Ophelia
you.
thinks that there's weird words in the book that she hasn't looked at, but
You
okay,
think
Ophelia.
for Ophelia's part, it makes it sound like you're describing it like an employee manual,
Yeah.
like secrets. And she's like, okay, do you not understand an employee manual? Like you don't understand like fancy corporate words. You only understand your like fancy wizard
It,
words.
it just
That's why she
doesn't
was
matter.
like,
It just doesn't
she's
matter
like,
right now.
what's the issue? So you don't know how to
He
read
doesn't know
something?
what synergize means.
Oh my god.
Does Serafina believe what he's saying?
I mean, you think he's being vague. You know he's very intelligent, and being vague is a sign of something or other.
I thought I was being pretty like truthful about what I think is in
You
the
were.
book.
You were.
But
You
very
were.
vague. Zarin
But
does
vague.
love to flex a little bit.
Mm.
I think Zarin would have been more specific if he knew what was in the book.
That's why I'm like, does Serafina believe this?
Sort up to Serafina.
I feel like certain people are being held to a high standard here when that's uncalled for.
Someone is a
Intelligence character.
self-appointed
It would
leader,
be. It
so
would be
he
like
has
if,
to be held up to a standard.
it would be like if you asked Kurik to move something, and Kurik came back a little bit later. I was like, "Wow, I sure moved all that stuff I did." And you're like, "Kurik, did you move all that stuff?" Like,
Well, you see.
So I'll look at the other book.
okay, yeah, roll an investigation. Don't roll a 1 this.
I didn't roll a 1. Rufy, I didn't roll a 1. You said not to roll a 1. I didn't.
Oh my god!
I
players
followed
have
what
the
you
worst
said.
rolls. Yeah. You find that as you're looking through it, the only benefit of you looking through it again is that Ophelia finds a little bit more information. Who said? What were you asking about again? Earlier in the transformation process, right?
If like it was like a willing thing, like he wanted this
Okay, yeah.
transformation to happen.
You don't see anything that seems to resemble that. You just see him suddenly mention Vladimir on a page after not having like seen the name in like any of like the 10 pages before it.
And it's just
it-
like random, like
It if you when you look back like a page or two, you see that he says he's going to go reach into the ooze puddle.
so he reached into the ooze. Vladimir started pop. Okay, that would be all right.
He got that. He got the scalpel. Started becoming.
As Zarin's like trying to flip through, I make him stop, and I'm like, hey, wait a second. I can read this one, and I explain it.
I mean, I think that that tracks to some extent. There's been several artifacts that have been recovered from these portals. All seemingly from some previous incarnation of this world. We have
Yeah,
several of them with us now.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if he was influenced or like if he influenced himself, because
I mean, I think whatever that scalpel is, as soon as it has its claws in you, there is not as much choice that you have in your own path forward. So, well, I think that we have learned what we can from this for now. From both of these, so do we want to...
What are we gonna do with the scalpel?
I am still thinking of a plan of sorts.
is it a cursed magic item?
You could probably assume that, yes.
I can remove the curse, maybe. If luck's on my side. It hasn't.
I would
Quite good on my
consider
side.
it more of an evil magic item than a cursed magic item.
Hmm.
Okay.
I mean...
To save Ophelia some thought there.
that's-
Appreciate.
I mean... That's some DM fuckery, but okay.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, if something like literally takes you over, then that is a curse. Like,
Okay, but what if that's what it does?
then it's a cursed thing. Then that's all it does is the
Okay.
curse.
Okay, yeah, you can try and break this curse then.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not a cursed
and
magic item, then
for-
it's a cursed normal regular scalpel.
I mean, whatever. But regardless, you can't remove curse. Doesn't remove the curse from the item. It removes it from a person that has been affected
from
by
a
the
person.
curse.
Sad. Well,
But that gives
Okay.
us some leeway for getting it somewhere that it can't affect us.
That's true.
If only we had somewhere that we could put it that we could safely transport it without it being able to affect us.
I feel like that's directed at me.
It's directed at two people, to be fair.
are you talking about my bag of holding?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
bag of holding are my haversack.
Yeah, they both.
They're pocket dimensions essentially, so they can be
Mhm.
put in there and not affect anything, and they don't affect anything while they're in there. 'Cause it's in a pocket dimension. Well, I suppose if that's the case, then I can put it in my bag. 'Cause I don't really want Ophelia to be the one to touch it if she's the one that needs to do the thing.
Yeah, no, that is wise, I think. Is there any way that we can put it in the bag without touching it?
I mean, we saw what happened with your magic hand when you tried to, and I don't think mine's gonna have much of a different effect. So
Yeah, I mean, I think it is one thing that we might have to just risk for just a moment. Now, who is going?
if I end up killing any of you, I will bring you back to kill you again once I am myself for the stupidity of this situation. And I walk over to the scalpel.
I have to do with this one.
I mean, who do we think has the best chance of resisting its effects?
I have a +4 to wisdom.
It can't be you.
It can't be you.
Oh no, that's true. Sorry, might be.
Because you
Right.
I
have
have
to
a
cast.
0.
Yep.
Because you have to cast.
Ah, he's alive! Kill him!
Yes, I saw
No,
that.
now he's dead. I don't know why he was alive before. It's confusing me.
What's your wisdom? 0? Then I guess it is me. So yeah, I will take a breath, make sure.
Before you get over there, Seraphina's grabbing your wrist. Are you sure?
I will be okay.
I don't like it.
I know. That is the only way, and it must be done because this cannot be left here. That we know.
No.
Because if someone else finds it, then we have the same problem we just dealt with. 2, we need to learn more about it, and the only way we can do that is if we have it. So,
Right click. I'm gonna
Seraphina's-
cast guidance on Zarin because that's how our
Yeah.
rolls have been recently.
yeah, cast guidance.
Yeah.
Seraphina's going to follow Zarin and already have her bag open and like right next to his hand. So he literally just has to pick it up and drop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, I
And-
gotta get closer. I think.
Turek is standing
do?
there, ready to bonk Zarin over the head to knock him out in case it comes down to it, too. In case he starts going wild and attacking
that.
us,
Yeah.
Kirk's gonna knock him unconscious.
Yeah, no, that's a
Yeah.
barbarian's answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that
That's
work
perfect.
at all?
Yeah.
Rachel? I have no clue if guidance works on your spell.
I thought it did. It says that I'm concentrating on guidance right now. So
Yeah, but it didn't look like
I
it
don't see a
rolled.
buff on you though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it roll?
Try
What?
it one more
Oh,
time.
I see. Like it would still show the spell in the thing.
Yeah.
here, okay, let me try one more time.
I might have been out of range. I don't know the range on guidance.
I was gonna say I shifted over too to make it easier.
There we go.
There it goes.
Whee!
Coolio.
Guidance.
So yeah, I'm gonna do the thing as quickly and easily as I can.
For sure.
Just
I'm following his hand with the bag.
Actually, startup roll. Oh! Oh!
19
so-
natural.
Zarin, as you reach down to it, you feel that warm, familiar, comforting energy of home. As you grab this scalpel and you feel it just sort of like trying to surge its evil energy into your body. But you're able to resist it, much in the same way that you were able to sort of resist its urge and leave your town. And you hear it telling you to cut, just as Seraphina did, but you very quickly throw it into her haversack.
Dunk. Yeah, you can take the scalpel and put it into your bag. All right. Well, that is one worry that is relieved.
So like, what would have happened if you just magic hand picked it up and then just put a bag in front of it as it tried to slowly move its errand?
I mean, I think it's safer for. I'm pretty sure it's safer for them to be able to knock me out than
No,
a fucking floating hand that, you know, can go crazy.
technically, they still just have to knock you out.
I assumed that at that point it's
Oh,
its own thing.
no, remember, because you made it disappear by not
Oh,
concentrating it on it anymore.
Sure.
Yep.
Regardless.
Yeah.
All right. The body. We need to transport it. Can
Yes.
is there anyone
I
that can maybe make it easier or last longer or
How do I put the fucking scalpel in the bag?
drag it onto the bag?
I did. It's not.
It's
click the bag.
You're looking at this
drag it
body,
over
by
there.
the way, and the face is not skin. It's mostly, muscle and bone.
Mm.
If we waited longer, we could just take the skeleton.
I think that is a long time to wait.
I don't know. I know decay, Zarin, and this is advanced
So
decay.
the face has decayed quite a bit.
Then make it less advanced.
I can only keep it as is.
Then do that, and we will
If
do
you
the best we can. I mean, I
If
feel
you
like
keep it as is, I will carry it.
All right, we'll still get a skeleton after all, because that thing dangle right off. But okay, if that's what y'all
It
want.
will. You're not wrong, but
The body is gently reposed.
and Kirk's just gonna pick it up.
Yeah,
Not
some more
happy about
skin.
it.
Some more
That's
skin
it.
flops off onto the ground as you pick it up.
Skin slippage. I learned about that in above table. I learned about that in my crib classes. It's great. But yeah, no, Kirk's making a face as he does it, kind of like teeth, kind of grimacing. But he's like, "I got it. Let's just go before I regret every life choice I've ever made."
Yeah, I bet carrying Jalopy doesn't seem that bad now.
Before we leave, I am gonna. I know we didn't get quite all of the different like caves. I am gonna like do a quick once over of each of the little alcoves and little cavelets.
Did we investigate the general area over
I
here?
mean, I
Like
assume we did.
by where he was working? Not
Yeah.
technically, no.
Okay, well then I'll do that, and then I'll do the rest.
I was gonna do that if you wanted to do it. Investigation is
Nah.
not great, but
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. I'm good at investigation. So yeah, I'll take a look after around the
yeah.
guidance. 28 for the general area here.
Yeah, so as you're looking around that area, you know, you're mostly looking at like the table where all the work was done. You can clearly see that there's been lots of cutting, stitching. He looks like he seems like he's probably used this for most of his projects.
Specifically, I want any if Izanami's blood is here, I want it.
Oh, interesting. Technically, it would become her blood once her soul is in the body, I think, because that's what matters for blood print anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you would find blood that you think is hers without a doubt.
Okay. And cool. I'm just gonna add that to my blood samples and I'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
What form do you want us to call this?
For Izanami?
Do you want like the previous
Or-
form probably? So like whatever the like cat form
Yeah,
is.
the
Because yeah, like we'll say that it's that, not the like one she turned into.
that would make sense.
Because there would, yeah.
It didn't get any new cuts.
Yeah. So yeah, anything else that though?
Nothing too particularly interesting. You see that this is truly just like where he worked. As you don't. Oh yeah, you would definitely see that like he had some like runes and carvings like like in the rock for creating the big magical sphere that was protecting them. But nothing too important or new.
Okay. Okay.
There'd
And
be
yeah,
more
I mean,
information if you guys could read.
I mean, yeah, we'll get to it, buddy. And yeah, I mean, beyond that, just the rest of the cave, like the little alcoves and stuff, because I know we looked a little bit, but I don't think we got all of them.
Yeah, I say you mostly just saw body parts in them when you looked through all of them or looked through them earlier. I know you had at least like 3 of them. Yeah, it's 3. It's this one, this one, this one. Yeah, you had all of them. Nothing new.
Okay, that's fine then. Then yeah, I mean, then are we ready to head home then?
Yes.
You find yourselves leaving, walking through the audience room. I'm not going to make you walk through all of it if you don't want to, because why, it would be a waste of time. If there's anything you want to look at on the maps or revisit, let me know, and you can roll or talk about it.
I mean, just keeping an eye out as we travel, just if there is anything that we missed or anything that looks amiss.
Okay. Yeah, roll a perception. I guess I'll just do a epic roll perception for everybody.
I think this time I changed my voice.
Yeah, honestly, the only thing you notice as you're walking back that's different is that whenever like you're moving across something and Seraphina and Kurik get kind of close to each other, that the feather starts sort of like flipping out again.
Love it.
Yep, that's how movement works.
As we get down here, is the swirly still here?
Yeah, Swirly is still there.
Do I get a feeling if there's anything that we can do to like close this?
Roll an Arcana.
17.
You are not sure. It's something you could try and research, but it's nothing that you currently know would be able to do it.
Okay, that's fine. I was just
Yeah.
thinking. But yeah, I mean, and we'll just continue on then.
Da, 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 da.
And this one's the long one that I didn't want to make you walk through again. But if you want to like investigate, say, their campsite, you're free to do that.
These tokens not real?
I don't know. They should be. I can't select them either. Wait, no, I just selected them. Weird.
I was able to move.
Oh,
Ah.
Oh, why didn't it move?
Yeah,
correctly?
it won't let me select my token for some reason.
no.
Weird.
Wee,
Oh, I can.
wee.
Yeah.
Just took a long time to load for some reason.
Oh, there it
There's
is.
two
Okay.
Zarens.
Yeah, I dragged another one out.
There
Okay.
were 2 Zarens. That sounds horrifying.
Felix like, ah! Oh, sorry,
Oh, no!
Zaren.
Oh,
Seraphina's into it.
So yeah, I'll investigate the campsite as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sure thing.
I'm not having great rolls again.
Yeah, so as you're sort of looking through, you do notice that these two tents seem to have, or this one larger tent seemed to have been the other workers, and this smaller one seems to have been Vadimir's. And like you find some it seems like really that these other guys were just like geologists. They were here, they didn't really know all the information and what was going on. They seem to just think they seem to be doing some sort of normal gig. You see like rock samples and stuff like that. And in Vadimir's tent, you do see like some blood on the ground in like odd places, maybe from when he started cutting on himself. You see like definitely some destruction in the larger tent where they must have been attacked either at night or whenever. Some sort of surprise attack by Vladimir when he took them out. And actually you do see some of their like just like fingers like sort of like cut up and dismembered in the tent. But you don't see their bodies because their bodies were here. They had spider legs on them and they didn't work. I already said that last time. Yeah, you do see their dead bodies with spider legs that are on them that don't seem to be functional.
And they're like good dead? Like, we good?
Yeah, they're just dead. His process for creating these didn't seem to take.
Good.
Sad, but good. I'm gonna like take down the tent so it like whatever's left of like the fabric kind of drapes over them and gives them some type of covering to like give them some type of privacy, respect, and death.
Sure thing. You successfully do that.
Did these people have families with money?
Based on like their clothes and belongings, you think not too much money, but maybe some money. Not like a lot of money, but they're probably like middle class.
Yeah, I was just looking because McStavius was Penflucius, which is the family that backed the adventure or whatever. This should be Othan and Morin, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if possible, we should probably take their bodies back as well.
I'm not
How?
carrying more bodies. Y'all can figure
That
out
is
what
the
it-
purpose of the "if possible" sentence I said. I mean, we can wrap it in the canvas, and we can make like a big satchel.
How heavy are these bodies?
Probably 150 to 180 each.
And then how much is Mixtavius?
Lighter, probably around like 140, 130.
So we're still looking at a little under 500 pounds,
Yes.
give or take. Correct.
Mm,
Can you lift that much for that long?
probably not. No, I probably can't. I don't know how. Bear with me.
The answer is
Why?
probably no.
I was gonna say I don't think so. Yeah,
Um,
no. 255 is the max I can carry.
But I mean, you can, as we've seen, that if we can, what's outside this cave? We can make like a little like sled if we get out of the cave.
Zarin, honey, I want to tell you something. If Mixtavius is fine. It would make sense because he's been gone for a while. If we take these abominations back to their family, not only would that be a burden on us to cart all the way back there, but how do you think their families are going to react to seeing Spider-Man over here? I wouldn't do well, Zarin, and you know I love death. I'm not doing. Why do you think I covered it up? I think we
Zarin,
just need to say we found them. We took care of them so that they could be at peace, but that they are gone. If you want to do something nice, if you're just doing it for money, I ain't helping you in this regard. This guy makes sense. These guys, nah.
believe your heart is in the right place, but unfortunately, I don't believe it's feasible for us to accomplish that goal.
I mean, that is why I am putting forth argument or like ideas for how we could do this. I mean, I think it is possible to some extent. It just takes more work, and it's more time that we'd have to spend and more effort that we would have to put out.
I'm not worried about the work, but I agree with Ophelia that I don't think that this is a burden that we should give the family on seeing their loved ones this way. To a certain extent, I believe they believe that they're not coming back, given what the one member who came back did. So, to an extent, they've already said goodbye to their loved one. I don't want to be the one that makes them say goodbye to their loved one like looking like this.
I mean, I think that this is an argument that does not have a right answer, because I don't think that you can make that decision for someone else.
You're
It
right,
is
I can't.
it is a valid point
I
on
were to-
both counts, but I am just saying it is not my decision. You know, if I had a child and this had happened to them, I wouldn't care what state they were in. But that is me. You know, I can't say how they would act or how you would act. I wouldn't care what state they were in, what had happened to them. I just wanted them home and wherever that I want to or I deem for them to lay for rest. Does that make sense?
Yes, but I don't think it's feasible to bring them home. We do not have the means. Yes, we could potentially build a sled outside, but we still have to get them outside, and that's still a layer of stairs that we have to climb up, and then trekking back through the snow. We don't How are we getting him down from where we met
Salem.
where we met Phelan? The bridge is down there. How are we getting him across that? There's too many variables that I don't think work in this situation. Again, I believe your heart is in the right place and you're doing the right thing and you're thinking the right thing, but I do not believe it is possible.
I mean, as most things, I will acquiesce to the decisions that the group makes. I think that I think highly of us and all of you, and I think that there is little that is not possible if we work together and if we all use our talents to the best of their abilities. That is all.
Very sweet, Saren. And I think our middle ground here, leaving them here, going to them, telling them where they're at, and leaving it up to their responsibility and their decision if they want to.
I have
come and get them.
another proposition. We already made one funeral pyre. If we were to make another, then we can return the ashes to the families. That would give them closure. That would let us easily return.
Wouldn't object.
I mean, we also
And
do
it
know a
would
guy
give
with a
them-
wagon.
Who we've already sent on his way.
He's slow. We can catch up very quickly. He probably just like turned the corner. It's like, nah, I'll wait for them. They'll be right back. I ain't going down this mountain alone.
How's he gonna get across the bridge that's out?
I mean, he doesn't have to carry a body across. They can.
No,
you
but he
can
doesn't know.
You could figure
Yeah,
it out.
we flew him across last time.
Uh-huh. He's
But-
not the most capable person.
His son
That's
is.
true.
His
His
son
son's
like.
capable.
His son's capable. Dude like got lit on fire and is fine.
Yeah. He's got a zest for life now.
But yes, I think at the very least that is something that we can do.
I wouldn't object to that. Give them closure at least.
Yeah, I mean, and Ophelia, as you should know that covering someone with a tarp in the middle of a cave is not proper funerary rites.
Nothing about what happened to them is proper, but at least I covered them up.
Then we can give them dignity in death at the very least. This is not dignified. This is quite literally the least that we can do.
It is a good middle ground. And I mean, I could take a nap while they, crisped up. I think we could all do with a little rest.
I think we're gonna be resting for the night anyway, so why not?
All right,
do something
Zarin,
at that time?
you hop to with that fire stuff that you do. I'm gonna go right over here.
All right.
Are
Well,
we burying them here? Are we burning them here?
Can you
no.
burn in a
Are
cave
you-
safely?
No.
No.
Yeah,
I
that's
totally
why.
forgot about that fact.
Yeah, that's why I was like, when you said you hop too, I was like, no, I'm pretty sure he's talking. We take them to where.
Yeah, my brain was like, wait
I
a
mean,
second. It's an
if-
enclosed area. That's fucking stupid, Rachel.
Yeah, no. I mean, either where we did the other pyre or like just outside the cave in the fucking air. I don't know how feasible. Like, I was gonna let Rufio decide where we ended up for that.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
fine with you doing it in either place. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter to me.
Then yeah, we'll spend
How
the rest
close
of the.
is where we did the pyre already?
Okay.
How close is that?
Oh, it's not super far. It's like took you maybe like 3 or 4 hours to get here from like meeting up with Izanami. And it wasn't like that long of a cave from the pyre spot to where you met her.
Yeah, I mean, if we
Good
can
with
get
that.
there, then we'll get there and then just do it there. That's fine.
Sure. Yeah. So who's carrying what? I just need to know. I know Ophelia's not carrying anything.
Not those legs. Mm-mm.
She might be stronger than Zarin.
I'm a wizard.
Yeah.
She is strong. She is probably stronger than me. I literally have an 8.
Yeah.
Squishy wizard.
Oh my god. Open up character sheet game.
I've already got
Yeah, I mean,
Mixtavius's body.
drag him out one at a time. We'll lash him to some fucking branches and drag him on a fucking little sled. It's literally,
Sure.
it's not a big
Fine.
deal.
Yeah, you can make sleds. You can make sleds, no problem. Yeah.
It's a fucking mountain of snow. We can make a sled, you know.
I will also try to assist in any. I only have a 10-inch strength, but I'm still big, so that'll be something.
Yeah, you're all able to move them out, getting back to the pyre spot.
Fire spot.
Just like bodies, do I?
Yada 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 yada.
I mean, I do, but I can't put him in right now.
Yeah. I thought I did actually.
I know I have some in my assets, but I don't know if you can actually access those right now.
I've never been able to in the past.
There's like a little drop down that like you could select if you're using another person's thing.
Uh-huh.
Like,
But where is it? Wait, I think I did.
So yeah, it should be like on the upper right.
Right, I couldn't find
You
an
should-
image I liked. I was gonna put like a body bag in, but they all looked too shitty
Yeah.
or wrong. Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal, to be honest, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah. Are you gonna gather branches from the vulture nest again?
That's on Ophelia.
Would like to check on them, at least more than anything, just to see how the babies are
one second.
doing.
I'm gonna refresh. My foundry's moving really slow. Don't show again. What is this effect? Oh, tile. No. It's not a tile. What is it? Oh, right.
Okay, go refill my drink real quick.
Cool. There we go. All right, and is everyone going with Ophelia to the vulture nest?
I'll go with Ophelia at least.
Oh, thanks.
Serafina? I didn't hear. I saw you say
I'll-
something, I think, but
I didn't say anything.
oh, okay.
I'll stay behind with Theron.
Cool. All right, and as y'all sort of walk over the hill going back to the vulture nest, you see Salen and Waylon standing over there by the vultures.
Oh my god.
And you can
My
see
friends!
they've brought over like a deer they hunted for the baby vultures to eat.
Guys, what did you guys do?
You suggested we come feed them. I thought that like you were being a little sarcastic, but it seemed like a good idea.
didn't think you would actually do it. This makes me so happy.
Well, yeah, and I don't like it was gonna suck going down that hill, so we thought we would just wait for you too.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. How are they doing? How are they? Like, can I see? Like,
I don't know. I think they're doing good. I've never taken care of a baby vulture before.
that's to be expected. I'm gonna get a little bit closer and like peek.
Yeah, you see that like they're all three, so sort of like they've put like two just like deer bodies in the nest, and there's three of them, three baby vultures just sort of like huddled around it, like pecking at it.
Oh,
Sweet little babies. Oh my gosh.
they're very cute.
Right.
Kirk's kind of fawning over them a
I
little.
mean, I don't know what's gonna happen when we leave and they run out of deer, but this is sort of the best we can do.
We're sailing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was waiting
Yeah.
at the nest, like Ophelia told him to.
Wow. Oh, where's your wagon at, by the way?
Oh, it's over by the cave to exit out of here.
Okay, so we'll grab that on our way back. But seriously, you guys, thanks. I
Oh,
really
no pro-
appreciate it.
You brought my son back to life and
Well,
broke
that's so true, actually. This is
ancient curse. It's the least we could do is feed
That's so
some baby
right.
vultures. Yeah.
Love that. Oh my gosh. Well, all right. Is there anything else that like I'm gonna like check around to make
some
sure.
way to like we could put some more deer around here and stuff, but we need some way to like preserve the meat for longer, and I don't know how to do that like that quickly.
Ophelia is instantly just gonna go over and start just gently reposing all of it. She was so hesitant with Mixtavius, but she's like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever you need.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that easy. And then she's like, "Oh, we can go get another one or two." And you see Waylon and Salen sort of like run off to go hunt real quick.
That's really sweet.
I forgot that I told them to do that, TBH.
Yeah.
So did I. I just wanted to see the baby birds.
Yeah, and like as y'all are, gathering sticks, carrying them back, coming back, you run into Salen and Waylon again as they bring two more deer back. If you want to repose those as well.
I'm gonna be reposing.
Yeah, and they sort of just lay them out for the vultures to eat.
I'm gonna kiss the vultures on their little, not foreheads, because they don't have foreheads, but I'm gonna kiss them before I leave, and I'm like, okay.
Oh god, there's
Okay,
so many
sir.
of them now.
They'll be well fed.
Yeah.
Well fed.
Mm-hmm. Be well taken care of now.
All right, correct. Let's go.
Why
Don't
can
tell
you do that? You're
Zarin
Zarin,
that
not
I
a
did
DM.
all of that because he's gonna get real mad.
My lips are sealed. Our little secret.
All right, guys, let's get your
Why
wagon.
would I get
and
mad?
let's
I
go.
literally risked my life to save those fucking birds.
I'm just doing gentle reposes on dead deer though. When I gave you so much shit about doing it to Mixtavius, and that's why. I'm like, dead deer, no issue. A grown man, really?
A grown man. A grown man with no face.
Yeah.
Brisket, essentially, except
Is
not
this
the
your
good
son?
kind.
No face.
Just melting skull. Hey guys, guess what? I totally forgot that I told these guys to go take care of the birds, but they took care of the birds. And they got their wagon and they're back.
Found friends.
Oh, okay, now they're both back.
Oh no, I didn't call the wagon.
All right. Well, did you gather the lumber and sticks for the pyre?
Mhm.
Did you? I don't recall you saying that you were going to do that. You did that.
Rufio said, like, on
Yeah.
our way back from collecting sticks, they
Collecting
brought back
sticks.
more deer, so I gentle
Yeah, I
that's a
narrated
huge
it.
wagon.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say, that's a big wagon.
That's why they needed your help. Yeah.
Also, why I mean, yeah, they don't really need the wagon anymore, technically.
No, they
I
technically
mean,
don't
we
need it.
can.
It's
If we
still their
have the.
wagon though. Like
That's fair.
We
I
could
mean,
technically
it's
throw
money.
Extavius in there.
It's money.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
there it's money. Yeah. I mean, we could technically just take all the bodies back then if we have the wagon. We don't need to do the pyre.
So you're telling me we wasted all this time gathering sticks and
It
lumber?
wasn't wasted. It wasn't wasted. We got to
No.
see baby.
It wasn't wasted to go over there, but we wasted time getting them when we could have been watching the babies more.
That is true.
Did you not
Saren.
consider using the wagon then at the point and then not gather the sticks? I don't understand.
Zarin, we were excited about the birds. I was fully prepared to see dead ones. And not in the good way, Zarin. Not in the way that makes me joyful. Sad. Don't rain on my parade.
I don't think it rains here. I think it snows. He kind of looks up.
Serafina.
Yes.
Can you please... I can't have any more conversations with Zarin right now. I'm a little tired.
Then just fly away from him.
Thank you.
Serafina's been lost in her thoughts.
All right. So are we gonna take these fuckers back, or are we gonna burn them?
I still don't want their families to see them spider-legged.
How attached are the spider legs?
They're
Yeah.
not greatly attached. It was a failed experiment.
Are they just like sutured on there with like regular suture stitching rather than like the
Roll an Arcana. It it doesn't look like normal thread, but like maybe he just used it wrong or doesn't have the skill for it for some reason. But yeah, you think it's the soul thread just because it doesn't look like normal thread, like it's too clean and invisible.
Not that I've been rolling great tonight, but I'm gonna go over and try to detach the spider limbs.
Sure thing. Are you gonna try and like pick out thread or just like pull them or like?
I'm gonna try to just like when you're seam ripping fabric and you just like
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm not necessarily trying to preserve the thread at this point because
Yeah.
Seraphina's tired and she's kind of over all of this and she's got a lot going on in her head, but she's trying to
Yeah.
be helpful and find a compromise for everyone. So yeah, she's just like essentially going over with one of her daggers and just kind of like seam ripping and trying to as gently as possible in the sense of like prying them off. She's not trying to preserve the thread, she's trying to preserve the bodies that they're attached to more than anything, so it doesn't look ghastly.
Roll a sleight of hand. Yeah, so you're able to do a pretty good job on the first one. You pull it out and like it comes off mostly clean, but a bit of like the side of the body where it was sewn into like does like sort of like chunk out. And like when that does happen, it does let out sort of like an awful smell for a bit. And you keep working and you're able to without too much difficulty, you're able to take all of the legs off of the two bodies in 10, 15 minutes. Bits of chunk coming off, little bits of flesh coming off, making some bad smells from time to time.
Yeah, and then she's just gonna go sit down and start ritual casting to bring Ollie back.
Sure.
I'll join with for popcorn.
And as I say, now that the spider legs are off, Kirk's just gonna kind of gather the one by one, take the bodies, and lay them out on the cart.
Sure thing. That's easy enough to do. Yeah, you guys have got everything loaded up. You've got the legs off, thrown over, I'm going to say, with the other amalgamation parts. And y'all head out down the mountain, making your way slowly down over the nights. You don't seem to notice anything suspicious or dangerous. And as you make your way down the hill, you get to that big hole, which I think you can just fly everyone over again.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you fly everyone over, get to the bottom, and y'all are with Thalen and Waylon at... Why is this not working? Oh, I see. Nope, that's not why it wasn't working.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, that's what I was clicking the wrong thing. Nope, that is the wrong one too. What did I call the first one of these? Oh. As y'all find yourselves at the bottom of the mountain with Salen and Waylon and their wagon. Wagalen.
We'll probably, I mean, I assume we take a long rest at some point, so.
Yeah, you'd be... Let me trigger that. You would have taken 3 long rests. Well, guess this is where we part ways. I really can't give you my thanks enough. Don't really have a way of repaying you for giving my son back to me, giving him the ability to make a family.
I have a question.
Yes, what is it?
Do you still need that wagon?
I mean, I get not immediately. No, we'd probably use it again at some point.
The wagons typically cost.
I mean, not that much. They are only wood and time. I think it is. I don't think we need to take their wagon from them. I think they will get more use out of it and will have more need than we do.
Well, you've got
still need
bodies
to
on it.
transport 3 bodies.
Are you not,
So
Salen? Are you not going to the city? I thought.
No, we're not from the city. No.
Oh, my apologies. Then
So how about I have a way. Not that you necessarily need to repay us, but if you feel like it, I have a way. Could we potentially have your wagon, and I can give you money to get a new wagon?
Sure, that sounds reasonable enough.
Cool. 35 gold is what you said they cost?
Yeah, that's how much a wagon costs according to
Okay, I'm gonna
the
give.
book.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give them 45 gold.
Oh, thank you so much. We could upgrade it if we wanted to.
Yeah. Thank you, and live a good life.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try my best. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely, always kind of expected to die before. Now, finally got a reason to live. Wailing like cries a little bit.
Fina just like pats him awkwardly on the shoulder.
Come on, Dad, let's go.
Oh.
And they head off in a slightly different direction than you.
Again.
Hey.
Them.
Hi, friends.
Stay alive.
They will
I can't help you
certainly
next
try.
time.
Live a good life.
As y'all make your way back to the city. And after a bit of travel down the river, being ferried down that way, it doesn't take super long. You're able to make it there. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do first? I have a guess, but I don't want to, just assume.
What's your guess?
I would assume that Zarin would want to go home.
I mean, what time is it?
Let's say it's afternoon.
I want to find a place to just deliver the bodies to.
I mean,
in what way?
considering, well, I would say considering we have
Yes.
have a wagon full of bodies.
Yeah,
Um,
I'd like
I
to
would
get them where
think
they
we
need
would
to.
go to the guild.
Yeah,
To
That's fair.
report
Not wanting to
in.
bring a wagon. I forgot to consider the wagon of bodies. And taking
Yeah,
that to
I mean, we're
Zarin's
still gonna
house.
be like rolling through town with them to go to the guild, but yeah, I don't want to just like leave them outside of Zaren's house. while
no,
we
I really
sleep.
don't want to
Yeah.
do that yet.
I mean, but I mean, like, it's not like that's fine. Like that happens, you know. People
you're
carry
adventurous.
bodies through the street. Yeah.
Just because it happens doesn't mean we want to do it.
Yeah, or that people like it.
I mean, no. Do you get upset when you see a hearse? No. Like it's people are doing a job.
Right. I'm not disagreeing with you there. I'm more of saying respecting Zaren's space.
Oh yeah,
and
no, we
not
don't want to
just
like
leaving,
just
like,
chill.
Yeah, like that's what it is. It's like I don't want to just go to Zaren's house and not touch in base with the guild. One, because we need
Yeah.
to touch base with the guild. Two, because we have bodies. So, like, if we were going to Zaren's, like, if it was late at night and we were going to Zaren's house to just sleep and then get up first thing in the morning, sure. But since it's the afternoon and we'd go to Zaren's house, like,
Yeah, that's fine.
I would like to drop the bodies.
Sure. Yeah, so y'all head by the quiver. Gosh, Foundry, be friendly.
I don't know why yours like gets lagged out, Rufio.
Me neither. I don't even have like many other things open. As you see people milling about, eating some food, talking about their own adventures. Do you bring? I'm assuming you leave the wagon outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
assume that there's like a protocol for this that I would know.
Yeah, you take it around the side. You know, if it's
Yeah.
full of dead bodies.
Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
not just like dead bodies. Like they process like creatures
Uh-huh.
that you kill. So like they've got
Yeah.
a place for that.
Yeah. And also, there's like a verify that these are people who it's okay to be dead type of guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, we'll do that. I mean, I don't know if it's too late to like do a full debrief now or not, but at least like go in
Probably.
and let them know that like, hey, we'll come back in the morning. Here's some things for y'all to take care of.
Yeah, you could do a short one. I think that would be great.
yeah, just to like telling Victor.
Yeah, as you
I
see,
believe
yeah,
so.
you actually see Victor
Well-
sort of like cleaning things up in his office, like he's getting ready to like leave for the day.
Hey, so we're back. We did the thing. We brought back some people.
You don't need to yell across the building.
That wasn't yelled across the building. Would have went into it. You said you go into his office and see that he's getting things ready. So I was just
I know.
and yeah, so we found people, we got more information. Probably you like you're heading out, so we'll come back tomorrow to discuss that. But there's a couple people that you're probably going to want to get in contact with their families.
I see. I sort of expected that might be the case, but of course hoped it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I would say we tried to prevent it, but they were kind of already gone when we got there, so yeah. But we did bring them back.
Brought them back. Is there anything we should know about them, and will there be any difficulty with these, or?
I mean, well, two of them are probably fine. Their bodies might look a little rough because someone tried to experiment on them, but we tried to get rid of that the best that we could to protect the families from seeing that. As for Mixtavius, for his family, he's gonna look a little different because he was possessed.
Okay. All right. I don't think that
Um,
usually changes appearance, though. What do you mean?
He's in advanced decay, so
Well, not
Huh.
just that. The guy that possessed him, I think, was trying to make Mixtavius look like how he used to look when he was alive last time. So there's he's in, like she said, in decay. He's also a little didn't quite look like himself if you kind of even take that decay bit away. But we did bring him back.
All right. Well,
And we're sorry we couldn't do more.
we'll see what we can do. Yes. Come back in the morning. I'll be ready for your debriefing.
Sounds good.
And we'll see if we have another job for you. Alrighty.
Oh.
Where to now?
Talking to your mic.
I would.
I can't
What?
hear you at all.
Oh. I would think getting some food and then heading back to Zaren's place.
Sure thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What do you want to eat,
Me neither.
Serafina?
Lots of options. Meat's very popular.
Me above table is feeling very targeted by that right now. And
What are you talking
so
about?
Serafina is not going to dignify that with a response. Gives me shit because I'm a picky eater.
Oh,
No, I give you
good.
shit because you can't decide on what picky thing you want to eat.
me
Gives
too.
me
though.
shit because I'm a picky eater.
Sorry.
But yeah, we'll
Yeah.
go back and sort of. Oh fuck! I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. I don't.
What don't
Oh,
you
no,
want to
we're-
deal
I
with?
want to deal with.
Fuck
yeah,
you, Rufio.
I
I
wanna
don't
deal
want
with
to
it
deal
now.
with this.
Thinking about. I don't want.
Are we gonna bubble gun? Bubble
No,
gun.
that's in a different city.
Damn.
He doesn't want to deal with Calliope, I
The
think.
Calliope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. You see,
Yeah,
even
I was thinking
Ophelia's
that
like,
too.
no.
You forgot about that, didn't you, Ophelia?
I was
Yeah,
hoping.
so y'all go back to Zaren's house.
Oh no.
I don't. Rufia, this is. Do not put fucking
What?
vision on my fucking house.
I love the little bed.
Ophelia, you find a tiny little bed in the dirt outside of the house.
It's like when you have a stalker and like there's a definite sign, and you're like, oh no.
Adorned with little skulls and stuff. You can go in whenever you'd like.
Saren.
I'm not opening the door because it's not my house. So.
Same. I was taught manners.
But Serafina really wants to open the door, so she's just staring at Zaren vibrating.
Is the little bed like infused with her little sleepy magics?
Probably.
I mean, probably at least a little bit.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if it was like
Yeah.
purposely or if it was like just like I touched
It's
it.
sort of inevitable. Yeah.
You can open the door, Serafina.
Are you sure it's your house?
I said it.
Consent is important. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh no.
Oh, I was
The
zoomed
little-
in on our characters and I started zooming out.
All
Oh
I
my
could see is
god.
the corner. No, the door.
Yeah, so you immediately see these piles of very exquisitely finely crafted pillows You see Calliope asleep in a very nice black bed that wasn't there before, and you see what appears to be 4 little stuffed animals sitting around a table having a tea party.
Oh no, I want one. Above table, like, oh no, I want one.
Ophelia's just gonna be like, what the fuck?
He's a little burp.
And she's just like sleeping.
Yeah, she's just sleeping.
Wait. Is this fucking play about us?
Let's see, that's us.
Of course it is.
Because the little barbarian.
Little owl wizard.
Yeah, above this, above table, I shouldn't love this.
I hate that took you so long.
Kurik does not like this, but Jen adores this.
Yeah.
No, like the sad thing is, I was like, oh, Seraphina's immediately gonna go to the fox. Wait.
Kurik went right to the freaking ox.
Yeah, I noticed the vulture and I was like, oh, this is for sure about us. This is, yep.
Like Kurik went to the ox and I was like, wait a minute. He's got a little axe.
He's got
And he has horns.
Oh my god. He's just a little guy.
I feel like this is pandering, Rufio.
I mean, it is. Calliope is pandering.
Is there anything like special or off about these things?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same question.
Roll an Arcana.
I feel like this is a reference to a magic item I gave Rufio 3 campaigns ago.
They,
Yeah, no. I didn't expect that.
I mean, Ophelia, Seraphina, you feel a little bit of magic coming off of these.
Is it different or the same? Like, does it feel different than her sleepy magic, or is it the same?
Kind of the same, but
kind of.
Like, you know, it's her magic. It's always gonna feel kind of like her.
Darren, you want to check these out?
What about them?
They freak me out a little bit, Zared. I feel like...
What is freaking you out there, little stuffed animals?
They're so cute.
Feels like little... what's like a all-cultural way to say voodoo doll? I don't know.
Like talisman?
It's like a talisman doll, thank you.
Fetish, yeah, I think is technically.
Yeah. Feels like that, but I may be reading too much into this. I don't know. Also, I said one quality pillow. She says as she looks around the room.
I mean, it takes experimentation. It takes a little bit of time to figure out.
Yeah, didn't you say she needs to do experimentation to figure out and refine her product?
One solid pillow.
Yeah, you see that not only did she get much better at making pillows faster than you expected, but like that bed looks so comfortable and nice, and she had to have made it.
But otherwise, like, Zaren's house is fine.
Otherwise, yeah, it seems totally fine. Very chill vibes, very relaxed feeling.
I don't think Zaren would call this fine.
So not what Zaren wants here.
Zaren is sitting in his chair, gazing into the not burning fireplace, doing a woo-saw motion on his temples.
Seraphina sees that he's staring into a not burning fireplace, and do I have firebolt? I have firebolt, don't I? Or am I thinking of
prestidigitation, don't you?
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah. And she just, boom, makes fire in the fireplace.
You hear sort of a stretching groan from the bed. Oh. Hey, you guys.
I'm busy.
And as Calliope gets up and walks, roll a not Calliope rolling a perception. That would be silly.
I've had the worst luck with rolls today. Okay, that's not as bad.
As you see Calliope sort of walking over here to like get something to snack on and like just sort of like, munch on something. Seraphina and Ophelia, you both see that like it's only for like a quarter of a second, but you sort of see this like shadowy after image moving behind Calliope with every step. Just like sort of like slowly moving with her.
Is it look like a shadow of her?
Yes. It appears to be her shadow, yeah. But it's, way too visible. Do you like the stuffed animals?
Yeah, they're real cute.
They're very cute.
I wanted to practice something special for you guys. And, you have to move on from pillows at some point.
I feel he's gonna try not to make eye contact.
Zarin, you see that, like, there's clearly stuff on this table now that you've seen Calliope walk over it that, like, you didn't buy. She's clearly had some sort of grocery shopping done. You see her sort of, like, grabbing, like, a little jar, pouring it into a cup with water and mixing it. Not sure exactly what it is as she starts drinking it. Some sort of tea or coffee. But it wasn't yours.
Probably would be coffee.
Yeah.
Just horse tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Powdered horse
Ketamine.
tranquilizer.
Opium. Liquid opium.
Just out.
It was already used coffee grounds. She sort of just goes back to her bed and sits on it and drinks her drink.
So, what have you been up to?
Pillows. It was a good training strategy, and as you can see, I got much better at it.
Ophelia's eyes gonna twitch slightly as she begins, like Zarin, staring into the fire and rubbing her temples.
What? I thought that was what you wanted.
I'm just tired. July,
Well-
I'm just...
I made you a bed.
And I'm so thankful that you made me a bed. That's all
Well.
Ophelia's gonna say.
Okay. She sort of keeps sipping her drink.
I don't know what to say.
Well, if you like it, then usually thank you. If you don't like, I can try and make a different one for you.
That was Sherilyn, but yeah, that's still fair.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's okay.
Said I was thankful, Ophelia
Yeah.
says.
Kirk's
mean,
just kind
yeah.
of been staring at the ox, tilting his head ever so slightly, trying to figure out why an ox and not something a bit more reptilian or draconic. Not that he's mad, he's just confused.
Because you carry her.
Oh.
Ah, fair.
Yep.
They're cute.
But she's definitely, I don't know, Ophelia my first instinct as Ophelia is that she's starting to feel too big for her britches.
Yeah.
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 And so I'm just like watching her to be like, like anything else like that, like I'm trying to notice.
Seraphina's watching Zarin.
Okay.
He's making note. He's reading. He's making notes in his book.
Yeah.
Like Rick is making notes in real life.
Ah.
Really, I'm just highlighting my notes for things that I need to look into.
Life does imitate art. I say that complimentary, TBH, because I appreciate it. So, Calliope, overall, how are you feeling? You're looking a little beefed up.
Oh yeah. I definitely feel a little stronger. I could probably make whole mattresses for you guys, no problem, if you'd like them.
Okay. I
Okay.
think we're fine for it. You've done incredible work
Well,
here.
You know, anyone that needs help sleeping, you come to me.
Oh, I know exactly who to bring them to, believe me.
Mattresses are awesome.
And you see her finish her cup and just like lay back down.
So what are your plans? What do you?
Oh, are you guys just gonna let me do whatever I want now?
No, more of like we're just trying to get a feel of like what.
Figured I would sell these pillows, make some money for myself, get my own house, and then I'll be set because I can make infinite pillows. If you don't want to help, I could like sell one of these necklaces and hire an assistant.
Why do you need our help?
Because I don't want to get out of bed that much. I need someone's help. They're light.
But, like, how effective are they for, let's say, a typical person that's not you?
You'd have to sort of let me sell them to people to find out. I haven't had any people sleep on them yet.
We haven't beta, so that was a part of one of our rules, if you don't remember. We mentioned
you
that
have to
we
beta
would
test
create a
them.
list. Yeah, we'd have to create a list. So if you got beef with like any old families or anything, maybe start making a list. Zarin, do you have
remember.
books on like ancestry that might help Calliope out?
And ancestry like hers, or what are you talking?
Anything, like just maybe she'll find some familiar names. You know, we just need to
I
give
mean,
her
I
something
thought
to do,
we
Zarin.
knew that her family was in the southwestern part of the city, or like that is the thought. Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to give her something to do, so she doesn't just sell these immediately.
Then I mean, you can look. There are books there. If you can convince her that she should take up reading as a hobby, then feel free.
Ophelia's gonna fly over to one of the books that hopefully Zarin like waves off to. I'm gonna bring it back to Calliope. I'm gonna go start researching. Maybe
Researching what?
old families, people who have done wrong. Let's start tracking these people down and creating names, like a list of names.
Does
But
Zarin
we
have
need
books
to.
like that?
He has a ton of book of history, so you know history repeats itself most likely. So someone's got to do bad. Just do some research, figure out if there's anybody who would be worthy of beta testing this.
Roll some sort of check to figure
Okay.
out how useful that
Yeah.
book is you gave her.
Yeah. Which one would you like me to do?
I don't know. You didn't really investigate. You just kind of grabbed one. So like,
Yep.
is there like can it just be a D20 with no skill?
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I respect
Yeah.
that quite
I
a
guess
bit.
like call evens or odds and I'll roll it. And that'll decide how helpful it is.
Evens.
4. It's kind of helpful. And she's like, okay. And this is, you want me to find bad people to give my pillows to? I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I don't care
Yes.
who they end up with.
Well, we'll make a list first, you know?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
so just start compiling a list, maybe giving me like reasons, you know what I mean? Like, if they had a couple, like, I don't know, traffic violations, that's fine with their carts. I don't care. But like, if they murdered
But isn't this all like from a long
needlessly,
time ago? Aren't these people not going to be here?
you know, some of them might be. That's up to you to figure out. But I believe you can do it. It's a hard job, but if you did all of this, you can do all of that. And Ophelia's
when I
being
did
very
all of
serious about that.
But when I did all of this, I also went against your orders. So should I just do that again?
I thought we were trying to be friends here, July.
I was, but I got bored. It was too
Okay.
easy. The thing you wanted me to do was too easy.
Is this easy? Is it easy for you to go through, like, what is it, like 300 to 500 years she was asleep?
No,
Like, it
not
was,
the reading, the pillows. That's why I made so many, and a bed, and the stuffed animals, and the little bed. It was just too easy to make one really nice pillow.
but yeah, but research, that takes time. It takes dedication.
Zarin? Is this book good?
Yeah, you can eat whatever you want, Jalip.
I'm not. He needs a rest. He should use one of my pillows. He
You
thinks
can
I'm
see
gonna eat this book.
Zarin is like, he's pulled off a couple different books from the shelves, and he's like frantically like
Yeah.
searching through it, fucking not paying a lick of attention to your fucking conversation.
Yeah. Is there anything Zarin is looking for?
I wish I was as smart as Zarin is.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel
Me too.
like there's some connection that we're not putting together yet. So here is what I am curious of. This Megali. They seem to have the power of a god. They seem to be more powerful than the gods in some way, but in the same way more real. Yes, they can affect the world more directly, but they still have this enormous power. And if they can survive the rebirth of the world, then what is a god if not something that can transcend time and reality? Yes? Do you follow?
Who are you asking?
The group.
You're using an accent.
I'm making sure.
I know. I am asking all of you. So, this Megali, they are perhaps a god, perhaps a entity, but whatever, they're very powerful. But if that is the case, then what are the gods that this land looks to? Are they outside of this cycle of rebirth and destruction? Are they created anew every cycle? You know, there are legends of the genesis of this world. There are talks of the mother and father spirits, the earth and the sky that gave birth to all the plethora of gods that people worship here. But I wonder if that is the case, that this world has been reborn multiple times, then does that give credence to or refute these stories of how the world came to be? I don't know, but I feel like there is some connection there between the things that we know and the things we are learning. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I made light earlier of this not knowing how the family tree was oriented, but much like that is a convoluted knot, the gods that we know of are also in this same sort of configuration, with mother and father and son and cousins, all from one Genesis. Like I said, I am not as familiar with every particular following, but from what I know, I don't know. It all. If we are to believe that this Megality of Thora has done what they claim, which I don't see the reason why they would lie about this, and with the evidence we have of the things we've found and all of the things that we have discovered, I think it is credible that they at least are telling the truth in that regard. What it gives me pause for what we know of this world, almost like the world that we live in is somewhat of a lie. It's somewhat of a fable, of a tale that has been told to us or has been generated by those that get left behind. I don't know. I am just thinking and sort of expressing my thoughts on what I've been thinking on our trek here, and I don't mean to, preach or lecture at you, but I feel sometimes if you can say your thoughts out loud and sort of put it out there, then perhaps you find the answer along the way. Yes. Because the other thing is this Lethargos, this force that Calliope seems so keen on wielding. I am trying to find where it fits in this family tree of everything that we have interacted with. This is another very powerful entity that seems to exist outside of the time and outside of time almost. It also has similar things that we found with in the cave with the portal, the swirly portal. So I think that they have to be connected as well, but I don't know if we have any note which connections they are. Furthermore, if the scalpel was able to essentially reincarnate this Voldemir, what is to say that whatever is affecting Calliope and giving her these wants is not trying to do the same? That is the other worry I have. I see the same compulsions, the same cut, the same sleep. But I am sorry to bring the mood down with my musings and thoughts. Continue with the merriment and celebratory return from our adventure.
There was
Also, Calliope, you picked the wrong animal for me.
What should I have picked?
I'll let you figure that out.
She kind of like sits back up in bed and like stares across the room at you, clearly trying to figure out what animal you're talking about. Owls are smart and silent hunters, though.
Symbols have meaning, Calliope.
Blood isn't an animal, Zarin.
I didn't say it was, Calliope. It is okay, you're clever. You will figure it out.
Yeah, she sort of like narrows her eyes at you and like grunts a little bit, and like you see she's trying to think and like lays back. Anything else you want to do tonight?
Serafina
No.
goes and sits in a corner.
What corner? They're all filled with pillows.
Yeah, Kurt's lost his spot that he likes to sit in.
She actually Zarin, do you mind if I go either into your study or your room? I need a moment alone.
Yeah, whatever you like. Yes, whatever you like. I am going to probably be up most of the night reading.
Thank you. She's gonna go into what I'm assuming is his study, looking at the desk.
Sure thing.
And she's gonna like sit down on the floor in the middle of the room. Ollie is with her. And she's got a lot going on in her head right now. She has for the last couple of days. Between what she learned from Kit, what she learned from Kit, and also between, it seems, these new magic that she's able to do that she doesn't fully understand. She's just gonna sit there and kind of meditate for a minute and then take another deep breath and try to see if she can, doing all of it in her head. She's not saying anything out loud, but she's gonna call out to Kit and see if she gets any response.
Sure. As you're concentrating on, I'll make a roll of some kind. I want to say religion off the immediate, but it's not necessarily religious. If there's some other sort of meditative calling that Serafina would call on, that would be what it would
I mean,
be.
I would say she would be in touch. She would be trying to like use her magic, so Arcana.
Okay. Yeah, that would work.
Because like while her magic is different, magic is still what she knows, other than thieving.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so as you're sort of concentrating and focusing in on yourself and sort of this like energy that you can't always feel it. It's almost like it's like sort of like locked behind a door deep inside of you. You sort of like reach down inside of there and you call out for Kits. And after a few seconds, you hear a response. And he goes, yes, I know there's a lot going on. Is there something you need help with specifically?
I'm more of wondering. You gave me a lot to think about. But my
As I did. Sorry about that.
my it's okay. The life of an adventurer who eats a magical finger, I suppose. Um, but my my wizard friend was making some good points before.
The one
How?
that smells like grandma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, are you like always around? Are you like always seeing what I'm seeing? Like, are you aware of where I am currently in this moment?
Oh,
Whose house
of
I'm in?
course. I'm right along the ride with you.
So you see everything?
Um, most things. I can give you privacy if I choose to.
I need to keep that in mind. Do you hear my thoughts?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if this was like a parasite kind of situation or what. Anyway, I'm getting off
Not unless you're
topic.
trying. Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, I'm trying in this moment, fair. But
Right.
anyway, yes. So my wizard friend, who smells like your grandma, was making some good points, and I was curious if you knew anything of Lethargos
Hmm.
or the magic that that girl out there is using.
I mean, it definitely comes from grandma, but unfortunately, most things tend to.
How close is it coming from grandma? Like, is it like a couple generations down, or are we talking like several generations?
These I wouldn't quite consider family, more like pets. It might be different with a human taking upon that role, but Lethargos and creatures like that are more things that aren't really like the rest of us. They're a little simpler.
Not necessarily God.
No, not necessarily.
How bad would it be if we were to just let Calliope kind of go on her way and make and sell her pillows?
It, I mean, if could go well, could go very, very poorly.
Cool.
She probably needs
So
some guidance for the power she's inheriting.
got any suggestions on who to give that guidance? Who could give her that guide? Because it's not us. It's not us.
Are you not up to the task?
There's just a lot of other things that are going on in the world right now that takes a little more proprieting.
Priority.
Priority. I
Right.
was prioritization is the word I was looking for. It takes some more prioritization than like helping guide a woman on how to use her magic. I'm still learning how to use my magic. I'm not the best teacher by any means.
I don't think she'll need real guidance on how to use it, but more so it will be influenced by who she is. She needs guidance as a person.
That's not how I
Talking to
prioritize.
Mike.
You're cutting out for some
I
reason.
am talking into my mic.
It was cutting out for some
I'm
reason.
literally right in front of my mic.
You
There's a couple more things that are going on that are a little more high prioritized than that. I don't want to
understandable.
really teach a person how to be a person.
Well, it can go pretty bad if you don't. So I guess, yeah, if you can find someone, maybe some sort of care worker to look after her. I don't know. They might get overcome by, magic. A very skilled one, maybe someone at the guild knows somebody. I don't know. That seems silly. Adventurer, babysitter, I don't think that's a thing.
Okay, well. I guess I don't got anything else, so.
Well, just know that the extent of her magic is a little flexible. For instance, my powers technically come from my grandmother as well, but we don't see eye to eye on everything. I behave on my own. She doesn't have to necessarily just be destructive.
Okay. Now you've given me another thing to think over, and I already had a lot. Okay. Good chat.
Anytime.
Yeah. And then Seraphina's just gonna go back out and lay down in front of, pull out a bedroll and lay down in front of the fireplace like she has every time.
It's just insulting that you all refuse to use my pillows. They're so comfortable.
I was really hoping you were gonna be asleep again.
I can't sleep on anything too soft.
Ophelia's gonna close the door and then use Druidcraft to like make it look like I had at least attempted to sleep in there, because like homegirl's scaring me, but I at least want to look like I attempted before I go into this bush and I create a new hole for me to sleep in.
As you like sort of use Druidcraft to mess with the bed a little, you sort of sense that like the inner filling of the mattress is probably dirt.
That's sweet, but nah. That's where she's gonna cover herself. Some fresh dirt. Go to sleep for the night.
Alrighty. Zarin, you just gonna stay up all night reading in that chair?
I am not all night, but I'm reading and thinking and mulling things over.
Sure.
Actually, before Seraphina lays down, because let me double check. Yeah. She's gonna pull out of her bag the book that appeared for her when this magic started appearing. This new magic started appearing for her, and just flip through it to try and get a understanding of what she has access to now.
Sure thing. It is written in Sylvan as you start reading it.
She like automatically starts processing it because she knows it, but then like about halfway through on like the second or third page, she's like, it clicks for her that she's not reading common.
Yeah. No, it's
And
Fey terms of service agreement.
yeah. And like she's just like, because just kind of like speak between like just it automatically clicks and also like she's read things like this before, so like it doesn't process right away because she's got a lot going on in her brain, but once it does, she just kind of tilts her head to the side and takes out some ink and a quill and just draws a little fox and puts a question mark next to it. And then keeps reading.
As you said you draw a little fox? And
Like
you
just
put
like
the
a little
question.
fox, just like a little fox face.
Yeah, as you like draw the little fox face and put the question mark out on it, you actually like after a second see the question mark disappear and the little fox eye like winks at you.
She smiles to herself and keeps reading.
And as for like as you're going through the service, through the terms of service, you do see that like you know, it becomes very obvious to you that it is a gift you're receiving from Renard, and that there are expectations he has for you receiving this gift, but that you were already accustomed to those, and that you knew he would be requesting your help at some point anyway. And as you're looking through, he tells you, you see like this fox that has like two sort of white rings on its tail drawn in the book, sort of like hopping through pages from time to time. And like you sort of get the hints like you should be looking for this sort of from time to time to see if you're getting any sort of messages or like hints from Renard. Or if he wants to lead you somewhere to request something from you.
Yep. Okay.
We never saw any hint of the
There were cries in the night of the squonk on the first night,
first night where
sleeping in the cave.
the like
They
5
were a
sessions
little
ago.
bit overshadowed by well, never came up.
By the murder of the wolves and shit.
No, the vultures.
That's fair. Shit, I mean, fuck, it wasn't my fucking quest. I don't give a fuck.
Nope. No. But Ophelia will get asked about that by the cult.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Holy shit. Life does imitate art. I was like, squonk. Oh fuck, that was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, squonk. I don't remember anything about this.
Yeah.
She's gonna want to talk to them about Calliope anyways, like when she can, cause like, what the fuck?
But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of logistic stuff we need to settle in the city. I mean, we have adventures in the city we can go do. Like
Yeah.
we got stuff in the waterfront district place. We've got things that we need to go and buy and sell and craft on. We've
There are
got
definitely things you need to buy and sell and craft on.
yeah. We've got to get paid, for one. We need
Yeah.
to research and stuff on a bunch of things to figure out what's going on with a bunch of stuff. We need to see if we can find Calliope's family. We need to see what's going on with the collection agency because McStavius was possibly one of them. I'm sure there are other things that I'm not thinking of.
reading through those 2 journals.
Yeah, the journals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything you'd like to do? It is getting close to the end of session time, so if there is anything
Yeah,
you'd like to
I
do at
was
the
just
end,
trying
that
to
would be
get just talk about stuff
a
that
list.
we might want to do next session.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I'll be more prepared to talk to the cult next session.
Yeah. Cool.
Also,
probably be more
remember
awake
you
next
have the
session.
gloves that you got from the microfauna place
Yeah.
that you have literally not touched since you left.
Am I wearing them? Did I equip?
No, like
No.
you just held
I
on
still
to
have
it.
them. They're on my person.
complicated. Yeah, they require a complicated ritual to attune to.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
somebody you're supposed to return those to that promised you a bunch
Yeah.
of power and shit.
Yeah.
No,
Was
she
it
promised
Ileana?
you a
No, it's
magic
not
item.
Ileana. What was her name?
We lost Craig because of that mission, okay?
Yeah. Yes, her, because she was beautiful.
Ooh.
And then Craig started making an ass out of himself in front of her.
He was really drunk.
He was really fucking
Probably
drunk.
in real life and in character.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this for being honest reasons, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the term is that I'm actually looking for. But for my cloak and my wand of lightning, I'm setting those back to full because we've had several long
Oh,
rests
yeah,
where I wouldn't have
definitely.
used them. So
Yeah.
I'm
Definitely.
returning the charges because I get at least 1 charge a day. Like
Yeah, it's been like
on-
3 or 4 days.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
just for sake of
For clarity.
yes. And Serafina will eventually need to come clean about all of the things that she has been told by Kit.
And that's when Ophelia will be, is that what was wrong with your face that first time? I didn't want to
Happened a
hurt your
couple
feelings
times.
about it. Yeah.
All the time. Zarin has seen it once, and you've seen it once.
Yeah.
I have been not aware of anything.
Yeah. For Serafina, it's going to be more of, do I tell them? Because I don't think she's aware that the fox is showing up through her.
Yeah, she wouldn't know, yeah.
So, like, it's very much a matter of, like, does she say something? Does she not say something? Like, she doesn't know. But she's gonna have to, I guess, come clean because of what she just learned with Jaliope's magic, so. But she and Zarin are kind of spellbook buddies now.
I was actually gonna say,
you're
while
not a
you were-
wizard.
Look, buddies, I took Pack of Tome. I have a spellbook.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was gonna say, Serafina, while you were in Zaren's study, you probably noticed there's this like really like old kind of beaten up book that's like kept on a shelf. That like has this like nice red and gold filigree, but it's obviously like seen some use. Like the edges are worn out, the spine's all like creased and crackled.
How shiny is the gold?
A special Zarin book.
No, it's like dull. It probably was like it was probably like the nicest like book he could buy at the time, but like had seen what wasn't great to begin with and saw a lot of use. So it's probably got like basically like bootleg gold filigree or gold leaf on it.
Yeah, she's still gonna take it.
Here, you can move your token down there, because this would have happened earlier. But you were like doing a scene, so I didn't want to like bring it up. But yeah, so yeah, as you like open it up, you can see that it is his like learning spell book. And so it has like not as much like full spells, but more like these are the building blocks of how to build spells and write spells. And so it's basically his like old college notes for
God.
being a wizard.
For sake of what already happened, she puts it back on the shelf, but plans on coming back for it.
Fair. Yeah, I don't want to like interrupt your story, but yeah, fun session, guys.
Yeah.
I made bracelet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, if you want to also give me the list of all the things you're going to ask about, so I can make sure I'm ready for those, that would be good. Need to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Also,
I mean, I have things. I have several questions that I can't ask because I don't know I don't have the knowledge to put them together. Because other characters have that knowledge.
I see. Yeah, that's fair.
Serafina will come clean.
Okay.
There wasn't really time during this session because she's not gonna say this shit in front of Calliope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't have said this stuff in front of Waylon and his son either. Or
Okay.
Waylon and Balin.
Nobody.
Balin and Waylon.
And Waylon. Yeah.
Balin is Baker's character.
I know. But yeah, she'll come clean. She just needs the space to do so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll write. I'll give you a list, Rufio, and other people can add to the list.
Sure.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't
Also,
super chatty today.
You're okay.
I'm on 3 hours of sleep, so
Oh, that sucks.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I feel you. I've been up
there's-
since 3:30.
Ooh.
4.
Ew.
I just didn't want to bail on D&D.
I
Big same.
appreciate it.
Appreciated very much so. Also,
Yeah.
Rufio, because, and granted this might come more when I hit 3rd level and take my subclass, even though we know that the